Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I uploaded the last video, but I was insanely busy. Okay, let's begin. In this episode I will work on symmetry. I printed the grid on plain printer paper. As you can see, numbers and letters are mirrored. That kind of grid will help me to find points in 3D space and transfer them to the other side. I marked the middle points at the front and rear part of the car. Don't worry, I used a ruler to find the middle. I just made it off camera. Now I need to glue the model to the grid. The central line on the model is now aligned with the middle line on the grid. It's time to use a high gauge. I will use it only for the rough adjustments. Later I will explain why. I made it from calipers and 3D printed parts. Here you can see how it works. It's actually not so difficult. I align the high gauge on the grid. Then I find the point and transfer it to the other side. I use the same numbers and letters, just mirrored. As I already mentioned in previous videos, clay requires patience. I use regular tape from the hardware store. Now I need to print extenders. I use Creality Ender 3 Pro. By the way, that's not sponsored video. I bought tools and materials myself. I glue it in place. After the glue is dry, I fix it with a 3D pen. I was a little bit skeptical about buying that tool, but it helps a lot. And again, I use template to find the proper line positions. And of course, that's not the only way to make a model. You can make it without templates, just keep the correct proportions. After a few days of working with that tool, I realized that it was not the best device for that scale, and I decided to make something better. I started to think about how to make measurement more precise. After a few days of modeling and printing, I finally made this. Let me show you the assembling process very quickly. That's prototype number 1. I quickly find a lot of engineering mistakes. I fixed those mistakes and built another version. Some of you may think it's overkill, and I agree with that, but I like to make tools. I can't help it. Let me show you the build process of prototype number 2. That could be the best moment to press like button and subscribe to my channel. I use two types of glue. I use super glue to attach legs and more elastic rubber glue to fix bolts and nuts. I assembled all parts, installed a new tip. The metal tip wasn't perfectly straight, and of course I printed a cap for a sharp end to protect the eyes. I printed sketchy wheels, later I will replace them. I used an all-PVC deck to make all construction more stable. I glued the greeting card to the deck. After that I glued rails and their place. Everything must be aligned. Wow, let me tell you, it works. I had some doubts, but it worked perfectly fine. I made the leg so that the center of the pointer does not move if I turn the device 180 degrees. Now it will be the same copy and paste process, just transferring points from left to right. I'm not sure you'll need that technique much, only for molds directly from the clay model. Usually I use a mirror table to see the other side of the car when I make a model. After that I scan the model and use it as a reference in 3D software. Anyways, it's good to know how to achieve symmetry. I noticed one big silly mistake in the middle of the work process. Finally I found a straight to fix that mistake. Of course it seems to me to rebuild the big part of the model. Okay, about the problem. I noticed that the roof isn't wide enough, so I decided to fix it. I moved a few main lines. After that I started to transfer points again. That's one of the main reasons why people use clay. It allows you to fix any mistake very fast. Okay, let's see how it works. I decided to upgrade the table and gauge again. I noticed that the 1 cm step grid wasn't accurate and replaced it with a 1 mm step grid. This time I will not glue the car to the base. I made a quick release base. Now I can remove the model from the table and bring it back very quick. I assembled all parts again. I decided to print a new tip. I borrowed the needle from the compass, and I made some details to make the measurement easier. I installed the needle in a 3D printing part and replaced an old pointer with a drill. The quick release mechanism works perfectly. This small part helps to keep the position of the gauge. Now I don't need to remember numbers and letters again and again. Very useful, trust me. I made another gauge to make measurements in horizontal direction. Usually I made my toes modular. That gauge is not an exception. I used the same head, I just installed it on a new base. So let's see the result. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great one.